Hello folks, welcome back once again to Chaipan City. Night's fallen on this beautiful, beautiful, secluded Japanese set of islands. Now this is halfway between China and Japan, in a world where the two nations have settled their differences and come together as one to form a megacity. Chaipan City. No, Chaipan City. Now we had a bit of trouble last session in the form of a giant frickin' tornado, which we're going to try and turn off. Use random disasters? No, thank you. Now, we will turn that back on at some point. Maybe. I don't know. It's always hit and miss. A random disaster can be anything from like a tornado that goes across the edge of the screen and basically hassles some of your traffic to a meteorite that strikes right in the heart of Chaipan. And we don't want that. We definitely don't want that because it's going to really ruin our day. It leaves a massive crater. I don't know. It could land anywhere, though. I'm not sure if it can land outside of the tiles you've bought. But honestly, I don't want to find out. The city of Chaipan is beautiful, but there's still room to grow. And we're definitely going to make it more and more beautiful. So it's time to put down some trees. And there we go, a nice forest to come into Biden Bay. And a little bit of greenery to decorate our huge crystal column. Now I've turned off schools out for Biden Bay because we're starting to need a lot more industry than we can actually support. And getting these chaps into school should be okay, as long as our industry levels up in time. Now there's all kinds of things that can level up industry. One of those is land value, so let's take a look at that. It's coming up, right? Green's high, white's low. So we need some more parks around here to raise the land value. Oh man, the waterfront property. That's super high value. And how is Biden Bay doing? Again, that's pretty good too. One thing that can really help out is fire service coverage. Oh yeah, and that's a clear gap for us because these guys really upset with that. So let's put down a volunteer fire department, which we can probably afford. That looks good. And we could probably squeeze one over here as well, actually. Right next to the bus depot. Oh, they're getting happier. But how happy? It's only orange. We desperately want to get them in the blue. So maybe a better fire department? Because this is pretty weak as far as fire departments go. It's only a volunteer one, which I assume means Jimmy Joe has to wander over from school, put on his fireman's outfit, and go crazy. We could probably get a more decent one over here. That's a big one. But there is room here for it. It's going to cost us 12 grand, but we're making cash. Oh yeah, that's definitely a color change from dark brown to lighter brown. It's almost like poo now. Well, maybe. I don't know, it depends on your poo actually. If your poo looks that color, you've got some problems, my friend, and you need to check out a doctor. What about another volunteer fire department right in the middle there, squeezed in between the two? Again, the fire coverage now is obscene, but these guys aren't happy. Well, we've got cash to splash, so let's hit the budget section and see if we can't up the budget on these suckers. It's already pretty high, probably because of all those fire departments we put down. But let's raise most of it, to be honest. Now, this will get us more efficiency out of our existing systems, and I think our sewage treatment is about to reach critical. We've also only got one landfill for the entire two districts, Biden Bay and Barrack Bay. And it wouldn't hurt to up the budget on our bus system as well. Well, it hurts our wallet, but let's get better maintained parks. And what's this? Unique buildings. We don't have many, so there's not much point in that. And while we're on a spending spree, let's up the budget for the cop shop too. Okay, so that's a sizable investment across the board. How are these guys for happiness now? Oh yeah, look at this. Fire is well up there. But what about police? Again, these guys don't have much police coverage. They shouldn't need it, because, I mean, who's going to rob from a factory? Actually, probably plenty of people. Especially if Breaking Bad's anything to go by. So let's see if we can put down a Japanese police department. Oh, that's a big one. The Mori Detective Agency. Right, we had one of these over by Biden Bay, but there's definitely a little bit of room over here. Yeah. On the corner of Smogtown. And these guys are super happy with that now. Unemployment is high in the city. Zone more industrial, office, and commercial. So if we put too much commercial down, we won't have the customers. Even though we'll have places for people to work, no one's going to want to shop there, because there's plenty of shops already. And that's why Chungli Circus isn't growing the way we want it to. What we can do is we've got a lot of room here for farms, but we're not using it very well. So let's mix it up a bit and bring a road off from here into the industrial zone. So we're going to have to trash one of these, unfortunately. But it's for the greater good, my friend. You'll understand, I'm sure. Bam! And now, in the interests of just making it a bit better in terms of connectivity, we're also going to hook it up here. We're going to take out 2 industries with that, but that's okay, because we've got plenty more room for more. Use the paint tool, because I don't like putting down specific areas. I like painting. And it feels like City Skylines is the perfect painterly game. So let's get some more farms down at Mahogany Meadows. And every kind of farm needs workers. Fruit pickers, crop layers, technicians for the tractors. Maybe. I don't know. The tractors need tech... Yeah, probably. Yeah, they need mechanics. Tractor mechanics, sure. If you're a tractor mechanic at home, hi. Say something in the comments section. And tell us what we need from our industrial area, because you would know better than me what's good for tractors. Because I don't know. I mean, I had friends that drove tractors when they were very young, because I grew up with a bunch of farmers. And apparently it's a good way to learn to drive. But tractors are super dangerous, right? If you're on a field and there's like a ramp, you can spin and go into like a barrel all down the mountain. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty dangerous. So industry's moving in, and our Rico balance is getting a bit better. Cash is going super down though, probably because of the investments we made into the budget. But again, in the long run, that's going to be a super good thing for our industry to level up. So let's take another look at these guys. Police is there. Now, school they don't really care about. Fire is very important, and cargo is by far the biggest margin for leveling up an industrial area. So how are we going to help that? Well, what we're going to do, it's going to have to be when we get to 4,000 citizens, unfortunately. We're going to add a cargo station to our railway line. And no, it's at 5,500, isn't it? And if we want that to happen, we need to get a lot more people into our city. So it's time to finally paint the remaining areas of Biden Bay. There you go, boys. Go wild. Now we're going to not paint the area over here, because that's going to be too close to where the motorway comes through. No one wants to live there for one, because of the loud and noisy cars. But coupled with that, we want to save that space and not have to trash anybody's home later on. Now there might be commercial interest, in which case we might put the area next to the schools as commercial. We've got a poker centre here, where Ash Ketchum can come to drop off his balls. In fact, that's him there. Ash Ketchum. No, that's Terry Lewis. Can we change Terry Lewis's name? This is the poker bike. The poker bike, 5,000s. And he's on his way to catch some pretty rare Pokemon. Actually, he's a student, which suits Ash, sure. And off he goes. I wonder what happens when you rename a citizen and they die. They're just gone, right? What's the point? We've got like 3,500, and if we name all of them, it's going to take us until the end of time. It looks like, though, everything's balanced pretty well at the moment. The major problem we have at the moment, really, honestly, is the fact that so much of the stuff we want to do is locked. We're caught behind a paywall, or rather a progress wall. There's only one person that can save us, and that is super giant mecha Japanese mega robot. Oh yeah. So let's see if we can find him. Where was he? Is he a special building? Maybe? Oh, the PlayStation sign. Hello? Where are we going to put that? Let's put it right there. That might get removed when this building levels up. For the time being, that looks pretty slick. Oh, disasters. Oh my god, you can place actual disasters. A meteor strike. A tsunami. Fire. Collapse. Structure in the city collapses. Don't want that. Forest fire. Oh, we definitely don't want that. Thunderstorms. Sinkhole. Wow. Earthquakes. And we've already met our first friend, the tornado. What a jerkhole. Rocks. Abandoned factory as a rock. Wow, I didn't know we could put down rocks though. That's pretty cool. Okay, we're well off being able to afford a supergiant robot. So we're gonna keep going, I think, and plow towards our goal of getting more dudes in the city. Now, it's always a three-way balancing act. Industry, commercial, and residential. Residential need to work. Cargo needs to go to commercial, and commercial need to sell to residential. And both of these guys need to work in either commercial or industrial. So let's just wait and see where the progress bar goes. Now, it looks like it's going back up towards industry, which doesn't suit us. We don't have that much high-capacity industry over here. In fact, relatively speaking, our industrial zone's very, very small. But that's how I wanted it to be, because I don't want to stink up my whole town with Smogville. Let's take a look at our stats. Sewage treatment's gone back up after we pumped up the budget. Electricity's still in the green, and water is not a problem at all. But we are getting a few dead bodies. Yeah, oh, look at that. No, we're not really getting that bad, actually. Hearses used. Wow. You can have a city so big that people die so quickly that you max out on hearses. That's crazy. So what are these guys doing? Looks like they're happy, at least. What do they need to level up? Parks? These are the bars that you can improve to level up these dudes. So high school's a big one, uni's a big one. Health, fire, and police are all getting there, but you really want to get these right up into the green to get people happy. One of the ways we can make them happy is with bus stops. Now, we did bus stops over at Barrack Bay with $2,700 as our cash influx and $55K in the bank. We can definitely start to put down some bus routes over on this side of town. What's that? A bus transit center. Now, we're going to want a central hub that takes people back over to this zone. And I think right about here is a good drop-off. Maybe even the school. The school area is where people are going to want to go to. Also the commercial area. Which is why putting schools and commercial next to each other isn't such a bad idea. So our first bus comes along the top here. Loops around the roundabout. Then comes right back. Oh, wow. But for this bus to actually come back and complete the stop, it has to go all the way back around there. It doesn't matter too much. Or does it? Oh my god. That's going to take forever to get around. What we're going to do is create a tiny little loop over here. Can you even make a turning point? Yeah, I think you can, actually. So if we have, like, a turning point... There we go. And this should let us complete that bus route by... There we go. Perfect. And now we're going to mirror the same route along here. Now, it's important for some buses to share stops. Completed the line. Nice. Now, one more down the bottom here. We're also going to add a turning point down at the bottom too. Oh. Oh no. Oh no! Power's out! Let's get the fix. Perfect. Powered up and ready to go. Man, there's plenty of stops along here, but every time we put a stop, it wipes out like 50 cars. Is that good? Are people going to be upset that we just trashed their sweet rides? I hope not. I certainly would be, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. No, I don't think it's just me that'd be pissed off if their car got trashed. Because Mayor Johnson decided he wanted a bus route on my road. Here we go. And now what this does is it gives everybody a point of exchange. Bus comes up here, stops at the roundabout, and anybody going to the commercial district along the coast can pick up the bus to the roundabout, hook onto this line, and get themselves down to the coastline. Now, has this made people happier? We've done a load of buses, but the moment of truth is when you click on it, transport is super green. Oh yeah. These guys could still use a bit more police coverage. Really? But there's a cop shop right there. Oh, you know what the problem is? It's not big enough. These guys want a bigger, badder, better police force. So why not? Let's give them the beast. This Japanese beastie cop shop. Bam! Oh yeah, these guys are so happy now. But let's double check. Yeah, police is way up. Fire too. Let's give them a nice fancy fire department. $560 a week, $560 a week. They're both Japanese. In fact, they're pretty much the same building, but one's got flags. I like flags. There we go. And of course, the pièce de résistance. We could even put down a hospital. That's expensive though, $2,400 a week. Let's stick with the budget medical depot. Medical helicopter depot, that's crazy. But I guess it's useful for natural disasters. We've got a poker center at the moment, which doesn't really pull its weight. Not really. What is that? Generosity. Cutting-edge healthcare for all cities. What's this? 7-Eleven. That's not a medical zone. Crematorium. Oh my god. A sauna. Fancy. It might have to be another cubic care clinic. Or maybe just a regular medical clinic. It doesn't have to be Super Japan. So let's put one on the corner there. Ah, I love seeing that Mexican wave of happy emojis. So now let's take another look at these houses and see what they need to level up now. They're good on those. It's just high school that's an issue for these guys at the moment. But they have transport links to the school over here. But this is just... yeah, Japan High School. It's got a much bigger capacity though than it can support. Maybe it's time to hook up the mother of all public paths. That's right, we're going big. Oh my god, it's raining. Oh, thank god. I think the rain put out that fire. Nice, nice. Thank god for thunderstorms. Literally.